Yo guys, what is up? ASIC here with another Mobile Legends video. For today's one guys, we're going to talk about the tiermaker.com. I'm going to make a tier list from S+, S, A, B, C, and D of course, with all the heroes available. So 2 heroes aren't available right now, which is Nathan and also Shah Torre. I will also add them like just by my speaking, where I would put both of them. So I'm not too experienced with Shatare and Nathan, but that's just my own thinking of it. So guys, also this complete list is on my own experience, so nothing official guys. That is just what I have experienced so far with playing the games for about 500 or 600 days finally. So almost 2 years of playing that game guys. And yeah, if you haven't already guys, drop a like and also a subscription. That would mean a lot to me guys. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start it. And as you see over here, we have listed them over here, like from Elemental, we have Tech, Martial, Elemental, Light, Dark. We have Order and Chaos. So we are gonna go one by one, starting from Leslie to Lolita, Angela, and so on, guys. So let's start it, of course, with Leslie. So Leslie right now is a pretty decent hero. Leslie's ultimate is really good since it will attack the hero with the lowest HP, which means it will or she will kill her or the enemy. But Leslie right now isn't too good in the meta. I think her Ole card, or I think Soul Vessel is amazing since it will give all your allies 300 energy when she kills an enemy. But most of the time the battle is already over when she hits the ultimate guys. So I am going to rank her right now only at A tier. So Leslie, not too big of a fan of her to be honest, but she is really viable since you will get her, I think, from the beginning too, but not 100% sure though. But yeah, Leslie on A tier, guys. We're just gonna talk a bit about the heroes, not too much. Otherwise, I think the video would be like half an hour or longer. So yeah, now let's go to Lolita. Lolita is like such a beast on tanking. She has shield, she has CC, she has the stun ability to stun like the enemy. And she does very well in everything where you need a tank. But on Tower of Babel, she most of the time isn't doing too good. I have her on I think it's 16 or 17 or maybe even, no, I have her on 18 star. But she's dying really quickly though. But could also be because I haven't upgraded her to tier 3 of the equipments. But still, overall, I would put Leslie right here into the S tier ranking. Leslie is a really, really good hero. So definitely, if you have her, guys, play with her. That is one thing. And yeah, so now we're going to our beloved Angela, guys. And I'm not going to talk too much about Angela since you guys know Angela is for me. Just because she's easy to get, she will support your heroes. You can use her everywhere. Everywhere you can use that hero, from every event, from every guild boss, you can use Angela. So that is why Angela definitely for me is an S+ hero. Putting in all together, like how to get her, you get her easily. She's doing so great with every team. So Angela for me definitely a S+ hero. So we have Atlas over here. Atlas, for me, I thought Atlas is insane. I've heard about a player who's only using tech, and he said Atlas is kind of fine, but he isn't that good of a hero. That's also what I experienced, especially playing him in early game. Early game, he really sucks. So Atlas isn't too good of a hero early game, but later on with Soul Vessel and Orlicon, he does pretty okay-ish, I would say. So I will also rank him over here at A tier with Leslie. Now let's jump to Saber. Saber can be a really good hero. You will get him very, very often, but the thing with Saber is you need to invest heavily into him. He isn't, or he's just viable at Awakened or higher. Of course, you can use him before. If you have him on 8 star and your other heroes are just on 6 star, definitely use him, guys. But Saber, as I said, he can be very viable if the enemy has the most or the damage dealer at the back row, and Saber can. That is the thing. Saber needs to be alive, of course, guys, and Saber dies really quickly. He's pretty squishy, Sorry, guys. But with his Soul Vessel, I think he will regenerate HP when he uses his ultimate. So Saber kind of okay, but for me, he's only a B tier hero. And now we have over here Alpha. I've played with Alpha most of the time since I don't get him that much, but I've played with him in dungeon and other modes where I can use him also with the friends hiring. And Alpha does so great. Alpha is like paired with Lolita so freaking good, since Alpha will have 300 energy right at the beginning. So he uses his ultimate very early. He will also decrease the enemy defense and will do, when he uses his ultimate, a 1 versus 1. And Alpha also, as I said, will reduce the enemy's defense. And I think even when he kills the enemy, Alpha will go back to his state and don't have lost all his energy. So he still have energy left, which makes that dude so viable. And his healings also are really good. So paired with a good tank, Alpha is just a beast, guys. So just so that you know, since some of the people told me Alpha isn't that good, but in my opinion, I think Alpha is great. So that is a hard decision, to be honest. I should have done maybe another one between S and A. But compared with everything, I will put Alpha right here into a S tier hero. As I said, some of you guys might disagree. That is of course okay, guys. This is only on my own experience. So we have Diggy, we have the chicken, we have the food. So chicken nuggets made out of him. Let's put him into D. He can be useful though, but only for Tower of Babel when you fight on the tech faction, guys. But other than that, Diggy was useful in one track of Miracle Boss, but he isn't viable anymore. So I don't see any point in using Diggy. His skill and Soul Vessel or Orle they sound good, but in reality they're doing really bad. So I don't like Diggy. I'm just putting him up to the D ranking, so the worst one for me. Now we have Carrie, and the thing about Carrie is she can be, or she is like one of the best, if not the best tank killer. She's the absolute best hero for guild boss, since you will need her in every guild boss. Of course, you can replace her with Kagura, is it? Yes, Kagura. Kagura is also doing really good, but Carrie is just a beast over there. So Carrie is definitely for me a S hero, not a S plus, just because she can be useful, but she's not useful like everywhere. Like in campaign, she's doing good in a good team, but she needs to be protected very well. Only then she shines a lot. She will also increase like the allies attack, which will be huge. But again, I think Carrie doesn't make it to S plus, only to S, just because she's the one hero you need on guild boss. And also, as I said, if she's protected, she can wipe out the team like 1 versus 5. Yeah, not 1 versus 5, but if she's protected and there are like 3 heroes, I think she can definitely make it. That's what I've experienced so far in the campaign, guys. Now let's go to Xborg. Xborg also one of the best tech heroes, and paired with AoE damage dealers, he's doing so great, guys. And I think just because of the damage output, he will deal damage like within seconds, and so much damage. Some people play double Xborg with the Valor and the enemy team just dies, man. They die within seconds. So I think for campaign, he is an S plus hero. For Tower of Babel 2, for Arena, definitely a S plus hero. But other than that, I don't know, like you don't have any using guild boss, you don't have any, you won't get him easily, since there is no way to buy him anywhere in any shop. So from the damage output, I would rank him S plus, but overall I will rank him over here at S, just because you won't get him too easily, since I don't know, his rates are really low. So yeah, Xborg, just saying here. Now we have Claude, guys. Claude, in my opinion, only has one use. That is to counter Harley. I think it's even Odette and Valor. So he's only very viable in the guild war. But other than that, in campaign, as I said, if you have a Valor enemy team, you can use him. But Claude, I wouldn't put him into Diggy, since Diggy, in my opinion, is just a waste. I will put him over here to C. Not gonna talk too much about him. That's it, what I think about Diggy. So we have Masha, guys. Masha is really good. Just because Masha will prevent your hero's team to get charmed by Angela. And also, I think even the sleep, she can, what is it called? Like, your heroes won't get charmed or put to sleep by Odette just because Masha protects them, because they are her comrades or something like this. And Masha is pretty tanky. She also has the ability to heal herself, which makes her really good. Masha, still not a S plus hero, only a S hero in my opinion. So we have Nana. Nana is a great hero, or Nana as I call her. Naina is a good hero. If you don't have the 4 Akashic, one carry lineup, you will need her in, I think, 2 guild bosses, and also in a martial team. In a full martial team, she's doing so great because she's reviving your heroes with, I think it's even full HP, and that is something that is needed in a martial team, since martial will wipe out the enemy team within seconds, but they are also pretty squishy, and Nana prevents them from dying. So I think I will put Nana right here into the S tier list. And we have a lot of S tiers over here. Yeah. Now we have Van Van. You guys told me it's Van Van, not Van Van, but I call her Van Van. So Van Van, guys, Van Van. I will put straight up to S plus just because I've played with her on 3 stars. She can swap the positions with the enemy. So that makes it so viable, like almost everywhere, especially paired with the Lunox and a good martial team. She's just a beast. So just gonna put it to S plus, and that's it. Over here we have Lancelot. Lancelot, he was so good back in the days. When he survives, he's still good, but he dies really fast. He dies so freaking fast, guys. As an enemy, he's like a pain in the ass, I would say. Like, if you play against him in the Tower of Babel or campaign, he's so good, but he can be countered easily with Hylos, for example, and also with Angela, so that he will jump into your back row, but then again walks to the enemy team. So he can be countered very easily, but he's not too bad over here, so I'm going to put him right here into, oh, not B, I want to put him into C. So we have Zilong. Zilong back in the days was such a good freaking hero. Then he got bad. And now again with the new update, I think Zilong is very good again, since he will be more reliable on HP. So he won't die too quickly. So I think I'm going to put him right here into A list. Maybe even soon onto S list. But I haven't played since them with Zilong since the update. So I'm going to put him to A list. I think he could be even on S tier. But we need to see, guys. Maybe it's just the stats are looking good, but in reality, he might be doing bad. So we have Akai. And you guys know I hated Akai. Akai was absolutely, guys, I swear, Akai was the worst hero ever in Mobile Legends. So as you saw, guys, I had like 1,000 freaking copies of Akai, even though I've never used him as fodder. I'm proud of myself. Booyah! So, Akai, now, with his Orle and Soul Vessel card, he's just freaking tanky. He's doing, again, he's like a must-have right now with the martial team, even though I think I would, if I got Masha 18-star, full Soul Vessel and Orle, I would put her in, but she's hard to get, and Akai is easy to get. So, right now, I'm putting in Masha into S list. Also, guys, with Clint, I will put definitely Clint onto S tier, since Clint is a must-have almost in the martial team. He will increase the attack bonus of every martial hero by the double percentage of it is, I think like 15%. Martial will get 30%, so that is a must-have hero. Also, he's very viable on guild boss, so you can definitely use him there. And when he has full bullets, he will wipe out the team. Really, really good. So, Clint, definitely on a S tier, I would say. Now we have Yuzung Shin and Lapu Lapu. There was one guy, so shout out to you, Bama Boy. He's on my Discord server and he's using both of them. He's like fascinated of those two since he says they are really good. But what I experienced so far, Yuzung Shin is too squishy. You need to invest too much into them that they are really viable. Maybe then they can be viable, but still, There are other heroes that are way, way better. So right now, even though he got patched right now, maybe it will get fixed. Like my list, I will do another list when I've played with them. But right now, Yuzung Jin, I'm going to put into D. And Lapu Lapu, you know what? Let's do it like this. C for Yuzung Jin, because sometimes he can be really good. But Lapu Lapu, if you play with him, he's just so freaking bad, man. But again, if you fight against him as an enemy, he's just so hard to beat, guys. But yeah, that is what I would list both of them. And yeah, now we have Ivrithil, and Ivrithil also a really good addition, guys, to the Martial team. So let's put her right here into the S tier, since she's doing so good amount of damage, guys. And she also has like 300 energy right at the start. So definitely gonna put her into S tier. And yeah, let's go to Hanabi. Hanabi, I haven't played too much, I'm honest with you guys. But what I've seen with her, especially Endless Darkness, she can be really viable. Now she has also energy reduction, which makes her more viable. But guys, I think she might be an S tier hero, but I'm going to put her into A. Just because I want to be honest with you, I haven't played with her too much. But what I saw from her makes her, for me, in my opinion, a A tier hero. So we have Hylas. Hylas, in my opinion, he can be good, but also he needs to be like, you need to invest so much into him. But you guys know I play with him, and I play a lot with him, especially with the Valor and Angela combination. But again, Valor overall as a tank isn't too good. So I'm not too sure where I put him, to be honest. I'm struggling if I put him into a B even, or A tier hero. But I think on a high soul vessel or card and stuff, he might definitely be an A tier hero. But for me right now, Hylas, you know what? No, let's put him into A tier. Since B, I would say he's better than Saber. So yeah, I will put him right into A tier, just because he's so viable and you need him for the Alice and Angela Valor combination. And talking about Valor, we have him over here. I don't think I need to say anything about Valor to you guys. Valor just straight up an S tier hero, just the best hero for good progress, like fast progress. Valor is like such a good hero, guys, definitely. So we have Eurora, guys, and Eurora is also so good paired with Valor, Angela, Hylas, Xborg, because she freezes the enemy, which makes her so viable. The freeze is about like 3 seconds, and she's really also doing a good amount of damage, also the early AoE damage, which is so needed. So I think I'm gonna put her right here into S tier. Now we have Grok. Grok, I think as a second tank, he can be useful. But overall, normally a tank should be like a tank who can tank by himself is a tank. You know what I mean? A tank. But Grok, he's too squishy. He heals his allies. He gives them, defense, also damage reduction. So he can be useful, but still right now, Grok is just, in my opinion, a C tier hero, even maybe a D tier. But we don't want to be too harsh. I think Grok's design looks really good, but he definitely gets outshined now by Baloric, who's the next hero. And Baloric, for me, he is, of course, Chaos and Order not included, the best tank in the game. So if you have him, guys, you can pair him with so many heroes. Marksmen are especially good. For example, with Carrie over here, because he will live. He will live forever, and Carrie will wipe out the team one by one. So Baloric, a S+ hero in my opinion. So let's go up to Estes. Estes, early game, Estes, very useful, absolutely useful. So you can use him every time you want. Late game though, he can be also really useful, especially in arena and stuff, and also Tower of Babel. So it is a hard decision since we don't have too many healers. I think I'm still gonna put him into S tier since he's doing really good. He helps my team out so oftentimes, so they would die, but Estes gives them like 10% healing and then the game is over, just because Estes gave us the 10% and my hero then used his ultimate. So I'm going to put him into S+, just because also he's easy to get. You get him from the dungeon shop and he's very viable also at the start. So we have Kedita. Kedita, first of all, was a really good hero, I thought. But right now, even after the buff, she isn't too good. So I think Kedita I will put right here to D, since she isn't doing too much. I don't know, Kedita, I hope she gets revamped, to be honest. But that's it. I don't want to talk about her too much. Now we have Gord and Badang, the last two heroes. And both of them I'm going to put to B. So, Gord could be also a late game on an elemental team, especially in the elemental tower, guys. Gord can be also a even up to S tier hero, but you need to invest so much in him. So I don't know about him. But Dang is a B tier hero right now. If you fight against him, he's just too good. You cannot kill him, but if you play with him by yourself, he's bad. But he got buffed recently, and I think his buffs will definitely make him to an A tier hero. I need to play with him, guys. I will see how good he is. But right now, for me, he's a B tier hero. Most likely, though, to be honest, after the buff, he will be a tier hero. Now we have Harley. Harley's use is really good. You can use him in the campaign Tower of Babel and also in the guild boss if you don't, of course, have the Forekashic strategy or exploit, whatever you want to call it. So, Harley, but the only use of him is to put the enemies into his head. His damage output isn't too great. It can be good though, but it isn't too great. Now after the buff, I think he might be, of course, or he is better. But for me right now, he's just an A tier hero. Nothing too special about this hero. Maybe also I didn't like him too much since, I don't know, I thought Harley, to be honest, is a girl at the beginning. But he's a boy, man. He's the brother or something like this of Harith. I've heard something like this, but yeah, forgot about it. Harley, A tier hero, nothing too special for me. Of course, his head is special. Don't want to talk too bad about him. Now let's go to the light heroes. We have Odette and Gatto. And I'm going to do it a bit faster now. We have 22 minutes, guys. I'm sorry for it, for all the talking. But maybe it helps you guys out to get some informations about the game. How or in what heroes you should invest. And Odette, guys, is definitely a hero who is worth it to invest in. She's easy to get. She can wipe out teams with her ultimate. She has energy, what's it called? Fast energy regeneration, and she's so good, guys. Definitely the best light hero in my opinion. Go ahead, if you have her, level her up. She's a beast, guys. She was bad. She got revamped like 3 times, like for real, 3 times. And now she's a really viable hero. We have Gatto. Gatto is a hero who can be really good, but also, again, you need to invest very much into him. You need him on a track of Miracle boss 2. It is the Akai boss. So I think overall Gatto for me is a A tier hero. Really sorry, guys. But then again, I think he's between S and A. Again, you need to invest also a lot into him. But if you do, he can shine so good. But I personally, even though Gatto was also one of my first heroes in the game, I loved him, man. Also his animations, I thought, man, that dude looks awesome. He must be so strong. And he really was. But for now, there are other options to go for. So we have Chang'e. Chang'e, damage output, I don't want to fight against her. She will wipe your team out within seconds. But you need her to use her ultimate. Otherwise, she won't do too great. But when she does, she's dealing tons of damage. But yeah, she's a bit too squishy in my opinion. Maybe take out some damage and put in more abilities of living, I would say. So right now for me, I'm going to put her to B. As I said, even though she has a really high damage, I play with her oftentimes, especially in the Tower of Babel. She can do awesome there. But for me, she's just a B tier, maybe A tier, but a really bad A tier hero. So we have Guzhin over here. And Guzhin paired with over here Uranus is just a beast, guys. he's doing so good, man. He has lifesteal ability. He will wipe out teams. Like when he puts or throws his daggers out, they will do so insane damage, guys. So even, or when he has even higher HP, he will deal more damage. So those two paired, Uranus and Gujin, are a really good synergy. So I'm gonna put him right here into the S list. Freya. Again, Bama Boy loves his Freya. But for me, it is again, you need to invest so much for a tank who isn't really a tank, since she will jump into the back row. If you play her with a real tank, she might be useful since she really is doing a great amount of damage though. But again, you need to invest so much into her. I will just put her into A tier ranking. For me, she isn't too special. She doesn't have any CC and stuff, and yeah, I don't know. A tier hero, that's it. Now we have Uranus, and Uranus, in my opinion, he's what a tank needs to be. He will heal your allies. He will heal himself by the double amount of percentage. So Uranus, as I said, paired with Gujin, we're gonna put both over here onto S tier. Now we have Kagura, Gin, and Fanny. Kagura, really high damage output. But then again, she needs to be protected since she needs her Shikigamis, but she will get those Shikigamis fast. I think Kagura is definitely worth it, a S tier. Also with Gin, even though I like Gin more than Kagura, because Gin, I don't know why, but she does always more damage on my account than playing with Kagura, guys. And also she will reduce the enemy's energy to 0, which is so useful in a lot of those event boss battles. And also if you fight against the enemies, she will like have the energy within 3 seconds, she's full. Others take 10 seconds, she takes 3 seconds and puts the enemies, not HP, energy up to 0. So definitely a S tier hero, really worth into investing. So we have Fanny now over here. Fanny with this skin, guys, you know, I love her. She has really good survivability, but it's hard to say since I've played with her, of course. A lot of times she's doing so good, but only on higher star levels. So I think, but you know what? She's putting out so huge damage amounts, even on lower level, and she won't get targeted like for forever. So I'm gonna put her, to be honest, onto S tier, since I think she has such a good potential, which I haven't seen yet. So yeah, let's put her into S tier. Now we have Minsitor. Minsitor, he can be good, really, guys, because he will give your team energy. Like 30 energy for every 3 seconds or something like this, or 2 seconds. I'm not sure about him anymore. And also he's useful on the track of Miracle Boss 2. I think it's Gord. Yeah, it's Gord boss. But overall, I think he's just a D tier hero, because I don't see any point in him other than that. And even though you can replace him there, the energy isn't needed too much. It can be sometimes a game changer, but it is too inconsistent for me, so I don't think he's worth too much. Now we have Kimmy, guys. And I'm so freaking surprised of her. I played with her, I played against her, and Kimmy, guys, I swear, she's doing so freaking good. She's doing more damage than Odette. But the thing about Odette is, I know for a fact Odette is just a beast. But with Kimmy, maybe it was RNG and she was just a beast over there. But I'm definitely gonna put her into a S tier. But to be honest, I think she's near an S plus hero. So she is a really, really, really good decision to go for if you have her, guys. She's doing so good. So good. Now we have Alice, Argus, and we're gonna do it a bit faster since we already have half an hour, guys. I'm so sorry, man. I'm talking so much. So we have Alice, Argus. Alice, for me, always was an S tier hero. She's doing so good amount of damage. She has lifesteal and stuff. So definitely a S tier hero. And now with the buff even, could be maybe even up to S plus, but I'm gonna put her right here into S hero. Argus also, Tower of Babel, definitely a S plus hero, but overall, I'm gonna put him right here into S tier. No, not S plus, because on Tower of Babel he's doing great, and you will do a lot of good progress with him, and he can be just a freaking tanky guy. So I'm gonna put him into S tier. Even he's going down. He's definitely going down to A, but for me right now he's a S hero. But before all those patches, he was better than every other hero in the game. Argus was just the best hero, definitely. So unfortunately he got revamped too hard. Yeah, but still an S tier hero. We have Moskov, Karina, Helkert. Moskov, he can be doing good amount of damage. He pairs well with Vexana. But overall, a C or a D hero. I think I'm going to put him into C, since he can be doing really good damage output. Karina. The true potential I haven't seen of her yet. But I have seen videos where she was like just so freaking good. Also, when I fight against her, she's a beast. So I'm definitely thinking of Karina going over here into the S tier ranking. Helkert, Vexana, Thanos. Helkert, just put him into D, even though if you invest into him, he can be good. But it's always, if you invest into heroes, they can be good, but his only use is in Tower of Babel, the dark one. Other than that, Helkert, not too good for me. We have Vexana, and Vexana, that is hard. But I really think Vexana, also as Alice, a S hero, almost S plus hero. For me, guys, I love my Vexana. I swear she's doing so good. You know what? I think I really might put her into S plus, because I'm just a fan of Vexana, about her puppet, I really think Vexana is a S plus hero, and she's doing so good. Thamus can be a good tank, but nothing too special, so I'm going to put him right here into A tier, not S tier, A tier. Selena, in my opinion right now, the best dark hero. So I'm definitely going to put it right into S+. Since the charm, the damage output, the transformations, like everything about this hero, I love her, guys. So we're going to put her into S. We have Granger, and Granger, going to put him into S tier. You know why, guys? Because Granger can outlive the damage output of a full 18-star Saber, an assassin, which is about to kill heroes within seconds. But Granger, he can outlive him even on a lower level than the Saber himself. So I'm gonna definitely put him into S+. If you level him up, guys, he is really, really worth it. He can deal such a good amount of damage, and as I said, he can out heal enemy assassins. So S tier hero. We have Hanzo, and Hanzo, I don't know about that dude, but to be honest, I'm gonna put him into B, since he can be good. But I haven't also, I'm honest with you, I haven't played too much with him. Yeah, let's put him into B. Lilia. The combination with Lilia and Odette is just insane. Also, Lilia, Argus, Selena, Vexana, and Odette. I think I haven't said Odette. That team synergy, guys, is awesome. So Lilia, for me, a S+ hero. Now we have the Chaos hero. We have Lunox. Not gonna talk too much about her. Lunox, definitely S+. We have Karimet. Karimet on a full soul vessel, full Orlay, is dealing huge amounts of damage and can live a long time. But for a order hero, guys, I mean, of course, there have to be some worse or some better heroes. Karimet is one of the worst, worser order heroes. So I am gonna put her right here into A tier. We have Gavanna, and Gavanna, for early gameplay, she's a beast, guys. She will help you out so much because she won't get attacked by the enemies. So I'm definitely gonna put her into S tier. Let's put her right over here. Okay, we have Akashic and Tia now, and both of them, in my opinion, Akashic especially S+, and Tia, Machine Gun Tia, as I call her. She's just awesome. I love her design. I love the fact that she can heal herself up to 100% HP again after she has 0 HP, so she won't get attacked and she will deal out huge amount of damage. And also the silence, guys, also on a 5-star. I'm playing with her on the campaign, and you know, guys, I have level 500 enemies with 18 star, and Tia can be helpful there. So Tia definitely a way to go. We have Mortis and Yuzung, and Mortis, as you guys know, is my, like with his skill, my absolute favorite character. And in my opinion, of course, definitely worth it, a S+. Let's put him here. We have Yuzong, and Yuzong also like a tank, like right out of the books. I think even though he's a fighter, he's just so freaking tanky. He deals so much damage, and also gives your allies damage reduction. I think it's like 50% or something like this. That is just crazy. Yuzong definitely S+. We have over here Zask. Zask is a really good mage. So I'm definitely not going to put him into A tier. I'm going to put him right over here into S tier. Now we have two more heroes. We have Char and Anna. Char definitely, since she is the best hero for Endless Darkness, gonna put her into S+. Her silencing, her, what's it called? Like, all of the enemies will attack their own allies. That is just incredible. I love Char. Char is also one of the best heroes in game. Definitely S+. Anna, you know what? I think Anna, it's a hard decision, to be honest. Anna was just a beast when I saw her the first time, but when I've played with her, she still was doing really good. But I think she is over here a really, really good S tier hero. I would love to put her into S. You know what? No. Every time I play with Anna, the battles are over within seconds. So, especially in a Valor team, what I've figured out myself, she's just so freaking good, guys. And yeah, so that is my tier list, guys. If you want to, make a screenshot out of it. And also, if you disagree, please let me know what is your thoughts about the heroes. Are you thinking like, okay, that's a good tier list, I would agree with that? Or do you guys think, you know what, ASIC, what are you talking about, man? That's just a shitty tier list. So yeah, let me know it down below in the comments, guys. But yeah, that is it for the video. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to like, subscribe, and also leave down a comment below this section. Bye, guys.